Hey guys, this is Xavier from Gotta Be Mobile and Notebooks.com with another Ink Show. I'm here with Carrie Gilbert in Sonoma County, California at the Infineon Raceway for the Save Mart 350. And Carrie, you're with Sprint,
right.
And Sprint is the major sponsor behind the NASCAR Cup Series.
Yeah, we're the title sponsor of the Premier Series. Yeah.
And now we were just taking a look at these devices in your hand.
Yeah.
And now I remember when I used to come to this racetrack back when it was called Series Point when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There's just about every sponsor we would see was cigarettes, beer, whiskey, and whatnot. And now a whole bunch of the sponsors for both the teams and for, of course, the series itself are a bunch of tech companies. We're at Infineon Raceway, which makes chips that go inside of devices that people use every day.
Yeah.
And I sort of got envious of your little phone here. This is the Evo 4G, and over here you've got NASCAR Sprint Fanview, and these are both little mobile devices that you can use at the track. Can you tell me a little bit about the Fanview and what your fans get when they come to the track and rent this thing?
Yeah, the Fanview has really become kind of a have-to-have for a lot of race fans. You can rent these at the track. You can actually purchase these as well, but we rent them for Sprint customers. It's $29.99 for the entire weekend. For non-Sprint customers, $49.99. But you know, a lot of the fans like listening in on what the drivers and the crew chiefs are doing, and so this gives them an opportunity to do that, but it also takes it to the next level. So in addition to listening to the in-car audio, what the driver is saying to his crew chief, what the driver is saying to his spotter, vice versa, you also get to actually watch the race broadcast itself. This is actually in demo mode right now because obviously there's not a race going on. This is the All-Star race from 2009.
These tracks can be several miles long. Some of them are real short ovals, but here we are. Here's a quick look at Infineon in the background. And no matter where you're sitting at this racetrack, you're only seeing a few turns.
Yes, exactly.
Out of the 11 turns at this track.
Yeah, and for example here, this is Charlotte. It's a mile and a half. And yeah, you're not always seeing what's going on. So not only are you getting the in-car audio, but you're also actually getting the race broadcast itself. In addition, you can, any given weekend, there's usually 8 in-car cameras. And in this case, here's Dale Earnhardt Jr., and you can actually see from his perspective of what he's seeing going around the track. So, but in addition to the video and the audio, you can also keep up with a lot of different stats that are going on as well. A lot of people like to know, if you can't happen to see the leaderboard, you can look at this device and it'll tell you who's leading the points, who's hot, who's gained the most positions since the start of the race, who's lost the most positions since the start of the race, your leader's lap times. Here's what the first place car, how fast he's running, 29.9 seconds per lap. You can see what the second place car is doing, third place, et cetera, et cetera. So it really just lets you know who's fast, who's not, who's catching another car, any number of different stats, and it really takes people inside the sport and gives them a whole different level of understanding and information, even sitting up in the grandstands.
Now, you and I were chatting earlier. I was trying to figure out if there's a more tech-savvy sport in America than NASCAR, and I can't think of one.
Well, you know, you could maybe say IRL has a little bit more technology, but I wouldn't. They don't have anything like this, or the Sprint Cup mobile application I'm going to show you in just a moment. So, I would argue no. I don't think there is a more tech-savvy sport.
So, to give the viewers some background, if you go down to pit road or if you go down to the garages, every team down there has just a stack of tablet PCs and
well, there's multiple engineers.
Sprint MiFi cars, 3G cars.
Yeah, after the race, after every practice session, you have engineers are uploading data back to the shop, downloading data from the shop. So yeah, there's a ton of engineers in the sport now. It's not just shade tree mechanics by any means. So this is another application we have. This is for our any Sprint customer can get this on their phone. It's called NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile.
Evo 4G.
Yeah, this is an Evo 4G device.
So
yes, I should say.
Google Android operating system.
Yeah.
And this app can install on more than just the
Yeah, it also comes on Blackberries and any other devices that Sprint has. So a lot of the elements of this are similar to the Fanview, but obviously, no matter where you are, you can access these.
So if I'm at home on a Sunday watching a race.
Yeah. And the only problem is a lot of the things this is capable of don't happen until the race starts. So, again, the in-car audio. You can sit here and listen to any of the 43 drivers. You can actually listen to the race broadcast itself that MRN or PRN, Motor Racing Network, Performance Racing Network, is airing. But then there's all kinds of video on demand. When qualifying comes on a little later on this afternoon, you'll be able to watch that live on speed on your device.
This is a pretty authentic experience that a fan would have at the track if they had an Android device, because you're on 3G right here.
Yeah.
We're not on Wi-Fi, right?
No. We're on 3G. So to give you an example here, let's go to NASCAR Victory Lane. Let's go to the Racing 60. So this is from Michigan. Understand this is only on 3G, so it doesn't have the clarity of what 4G would have.
Now, if you're in the right town, you'll be on 4G with this device.
Yeah, we're in 32 markets right now and hope to be in 80 before the end of the year. But you can see the clarity is still pretty amazing. This is the 4.3-inch screen, 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. Yeah, you can get some great live video experiences. You know, race fans really crave live video and in-depth access, and that's really what this application is trying to provide.
And when you're watching a NASCAR race, they don't always have your favorite car on the screen a lot. If your guy's having a bad day,
right,
you're not going to hear a lot about them.
Right, yeah, so you can listen to the in-car audio of any driver that you want to hear, so which is really cool. You know, I mean, it gives fans an opportunity to listen to the driver they like.
A lot of the same experience on the Fanview in your pocket at your home. I assume some of your customers just bring this to the racetrack, rather than spending some extra cash on this.
Yeah. I mean, you can. The cool thing about this is you can use it anywhere.
Your favorite, if you're a car 11 fan.
Yeah, in this case, you're a Denny Hamlin fan. Yep. During the race, it'll show enhanced stats for him. You can select different drivers for race stats. Again, a lot of this works during the race itself, so this is not necessarily the best time to be showing some of this stuff. But Miss Sprint Cup is one of our representatives. You see her in Victory Lane. We have a lot of content involving her. If you're into fantasy racing, you can set up your fantasy team. There's also even sweepstakes on here for fans. If you're a NASCAR fan, it's a fantastic application to have because it really can give you a level of access you can't get otherwise.
When I was in Charlotte last month, I was told if you have a Sprint device, bring it to the racetrack because you're going to get an excellent signal when you come out to a NASCAR event. Right?
Yeah, we bring the equivalent of 12 to 15 cell towers to every race. We call them cows, cell on wheels. You'll see them set up across the property. Yeah, when you come to a race and you're a Sprint customer, you're going to be able to get a call out. And the reality is, we don't block signals or anything, but if you try on one of the other carriers, I worked for a team who had another carrier. It used to be a sponsor of theirs, and they would ask me to tweet during the race, and quite simply I couldn't because it wouldn't work. So, yeah, we really do everything we can to give the fans additional inside access and give them the best experience at the track that we can. So, but yeah, this is a neat little application, a lot of fun. If you're a NASCAR fan, it's a lot of fun to play with.
So we've got Sprint devices, we've got a ton of technology in these cars. They're all loaded up with cameras and whatnot. You've got microwaves up on the bluff up there.
Oh yeah.
Running in this is typical. This is any given Sunday in America. It's like this. This is not just when it happens to be just a few miles from Silicon Valley.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Yeah, we pick it up and take it to the next town. 38 events throughout the season, and yeah, all the technology goes with us. It's a pretty amazing operation. It really is.
Well, thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you.